Hi, this is Miss Morphew, and today is Computer Lab Day. I'm starting on the main page of Rhone State so that you can see that there are places for notifications. Like today, we have no class due to inclement weather. Sign up for your text alert messages from Radar Alert, and you'll get a text about that rather than having to check the page. There are many ways to momentum. You can search, you can go to student services, there's lots of things there, but I tend to click the black momentum nav bar, black and white. That'll show all of my classes, and you can see that my profile picture has been uploaded. Check on how to do that in our Presentation and Momentum Tech module. It has my name as an instructor, and it has all my classes, not very many, and a study session from the Library and Learning Center for this term. I don't know if you have all of these with the different terms or not, or if that's just a teacher thing. Many students know that when they click the little home, in fact, a student told me that, you get to this page. But this week, I was able to show a student that she could pull down to the classes that she desires. And in fact, she could even pin the ones that she wanted to have up on the top so I could take all these other ones off. And when I came back to this, only these 4 would be up at the top. Don't know if you knew that hack. I'm as a professor here, so I have a lot more resources than you have on yours. Let's go to the cleaner, simpler page. This is my current class of 062, and I happen to be in links at this moment, so let me tell you about links. You know there's the nav bar of content, links, communication, and assessments. Oh, I need to get to the student page, so let me come in as a fake student. Maybe that'll take us out of links. There we go. Content, links, communication, and assessment. Under content, we have many, many modules that'll do with speech information. It'll take even taking your speech anxiety assessment test, your SAT survey online, all the different directions, everything's under content. Links, where I had a moment ago, actually gives you a number of categories, and within each of those categories, I have posted web pages, videos, infographics. I have curated content, video content that things that you may find helpful. Don't be afraid of all the content that's there. When you, say for example, are interested in career communication because you've got an internet, you can look at all of the different possibilities that I have for you. And by clicking these links, you should be able to see the resource. So find what you want and go ahead and watch for it. So that's links. To get back to the main page, ooh, I went all down. To get back to the main page, it's very easy. You simply click the thing with your course section number on it, and that takes you back. On the main page, we have updates like, hey, I have a new email here. I have walked around on computer lab days and seen students with 89 emails and 432 discussions that they haven't cleared out. And good communicators clear out the clutter. So let's talk about how to clear some of that clutter. If we click communication, we can see that you may see all of your classmates, and you may email from that class list. You can also see if they have a profile picture that distinguishes them from every other Johnny Jones number 1 through 5 that's listed. We also have discussions, and you'll be posting, if you're in a virtual class or if we got taken to virtual, your speech videos in discussion. We also have a TED Talk that we need to review. We get to choose our own, and TED Talk 1 is an online discussion, so we can practice posting collegiately of the things that we observe and the method that we're directed to write, and then reply to our peers, maybe asking them a question and so forth. If we want to clear our email, I pulled to email. I currently see some of these few emails that have come in this term, and only 062 is showing. Do you know the hack that filter you can run all the way to the top to all messages, and your class will be, every class you have that has a Momentum email, you will see. I actually have read Samuel's journal comment, and I have replied to it. I could check that out by looking at my sent mail, but I want to mark it as read. So I'm going to click it, and I'm going to click Mark as Read. Some people move things to the trash, but as you can tell from my page, I don't like to get rid of things. I just like to clean them up. When you clear out the clutter, like we just did, you will see that my updates are clean. So if a new email comes in, I'll be able to see what it is. Under Content, I see lots of modules. So I could go to Overview and just scroll down, click on that and scroll down the entire course, seeing what the headings were, seeing what was involved in it and what's there, what links are there, opening things up. Or I could say, hey, I want to see my syllabus, and just go to that. When you get the syllabus opened, and of course you know what that all says because you signed that release that very first day that you understood, there'll be things that are like breadcrumbs, and you may already know this, but others may not. You can go back simply by clicking on the breadcrumb. Hansel and Gretel. The course outline is going to be incredibly important to each of you, and the course outline for my in-person class looks a little different than my virtual class because the class has been restructured for that shorter accelerated class. It does, whether you're in person or you are virtual, all virtual, you will see that I will tell you what we're doing and tell you step by step what you need to do. Sometimes putting in links to get you there. Virtual classes, I hope to have all of your links in your course outline so that you can just go through the step-by-steps. If you need to print this, great, but the HTML document might be easier to read. Again, breadcrumbs. Every time your teacher sees, if they really choose to analyze your engagement, they have a method of checking class progress, and they can see that the number of minutes, see where down class progress there, that'll be how you're doing and how much you've covered. But teachers will actually see a list of how many times you logged in, how many minutes you stayed, and whether you have completed the content modules, as in looked at it all. As a fake student, I've only covered a little bit of a whole lot of topics. Remember, in Morphew's class, there's a lot of topics, but you don't have to see all of them or use all of them. You use what you need, okay? Or what you're interested in. There is, however, a hack to get through some of those things, like when you are, this is a different class, this is an older class of mine, and I'm on the third discussion about TED Talk. And I'm going to show you how to clear a few of these things in case you have 400 things behind you, 400 discussion posts that haven't been cleared. If I want to do the TED Talk 1, which tells me go watch something I want to watch, a 13-minute or more TED Talk video, and then I'm going to start a new thread. When I click that, I'll be able to post as these students have posted. Willow did an analysis of a talk about everything happening for a reason, and then her friend Alexis replied, and wrote a little bit of a rah-rah, but she did put a little specific in there too when she said the fact that they used hands to explain the story, they used their gestures, and the story felt like it pulled them in because they could relate. Here's your hack, if I go all the way to the bottom and all the way back to the top, which wasn't very far, of this discussion, momentum says, ching, she's read it, or he's read it. Then I can use this right arrow to take me to the next discussion. All the way, ooh, this one had a lot of comments. Ooh, but he also had something else I'm going to show you about. Okay, so The Benefits of Music Education by Anita Collins. So all these people responded, but look how many of these are nice and clean. They don't have a lot of the original post there. Sorry, Samuel, you're getting thrown under the bus a little. Each time you click reply, it will put the original post in your content and then allow you to type. As you can see, these students have done the direction I prefer, which is delete the original post before you reply. Now I went all the way to the bottom and all the way to the top, and I'm going to click write again. Again, momentum says, boom, that person has covered that content. I really don't want you to avoid reading all your discussions. I want you to enjoy and communicate with each other. But that's one hack that you can use. Oh, there we go, Samuel. And by the way, he has a great little post-it there with his picture, his profile. When I responded to Samuel, I included a question and I included a meme or a picture. You can include memes if they advance the conversation. Okay. The next little hack I want to show you, let's see. Clearing the email, clearing the discussion, creating a thread, checking your progress. Let's look at assessments. Now, I'm on I don't really need to show you all the grades and so forth, but if I wanted as a fake student to check my attendance, because in-person classes, it says on the syllabus, a rather strict attendance policy that can impact your grade, I could click here and it would show me what Morphew has recorded about my attendance. I can click grades, and not only will that show the numbers, but if all the little feedback boxes are open, it will show written feedback. Not every professor will give written feedback for every assignment or will give very specific feedback, but I do. So please read that and you'll be able to know how you're doing. Again, I may have said I don't do quizzes or rubrics for my in-person classes. I use the rubrics I put in content for our speeches, but I left them in there so that you would be able to see it. And the class progress, again, will give you more insight on how you're doing compared to getting through your momentum and so forth. I think that's the hacks I wanted to show you. So I'm going to say to you, if you are interested in knowing more about how to do things in momentum, on the right-hand side of our main page, I have given you extra links for technology, and I have given you blah, 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 very specific details about how to navigate. And again, it almost looks like algebra here. You know, click links, open this, or click. It used to say, oh, you remove the phrase course material. Some of your other momentums might have course material mentioned. I just took my content out and my links out. So all those little directions are there. And of course, you probably know that, oh, there's a lot of news, that there are some other quick links at the bottom from Rhone State of things that you can use, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, let's communicate well and use our momentum well. I'll give you one final reminder about Momentum Tech. Under content, one of our resources is called Presentation in Momentum Tech. If you want to go through all the things for Computer Lab Day, there is a document in there. So here's all the submodules, here's how to do things in Momentum, and here's Computer Lab Day. It is a lot of words, but it's step by step if you find that that'd be helpful for you. Be well, my friends.